So today we get to continue building on investigating partial products. If you remember, just a couple of days ago, we were looking at partial products, how it related to these partition rectangles, and really how it had everything to do with, sharpening our multiplication skills, being able to work in more complex problems more easily, but just understanding that this has everything to do with place value and number sense, is that you're breaking these numbers up into place values. So we'll continue that work today. Okay, so why are we doing this? Exactly the same kind of ideas that we were working on before. So um, today you're going to work with more, I guess, 2-digit by 2-digit numbers. So it'll look something like 34 times 17, perhaps, right? I think in the past, you can even think not too long ago, for many of us, it was really hard. We didn't have any strategies to solve a problem like this. And now we do, which is really exciting. Um, Doing so is looking at these place values or I'm sorry, these digits in place values. So separating them into place values, and I will even divide these numbers into all different colors so that we have a sense. I think the color coding can be very powerful. Um, and I know some of you want to move towards like traditional stacked multiplication, which I know a lot of you learn at home pretty quickly and pretty easily. This is that step towards that in understanding why that works, because there's a lot of with that, there's a place value holder that we'll talk about. Some of you may know that once you get to that second line of multiplication, you put a zero, and I think that's just that idea that we're creating place values in this case. So, um, looking at this once again, just in this partial products, um, another way that you might end up looking at this that I just kind of will point this out and could be a useful tool for you is um, call it using bow tie. And since we're talking about, um, I guess, just this idea of having traditional stacked method, right? Um, you can see it like this or like this. And really what you're doing is to keep track, you want to understand that. Um, so you'll see a bow tie form here. So I'll start with this. What we have here is 4 times 7, because those are in the numbers in the ones place. So I'll go ahead and even continue with the color coding so that we're clear about where we're getting these numbers. So 4 times 7. Um, the next one that you would do, and I'll show you how this bow tie starts building, is 7 times 3. So what that looks like here, and it's not actually 7 times 3 at all, is it? It's 30 times 7, because we know that um, that 3 is actually in the tens place. So I will color code that so that we're very clear on where those numbers come from and how they work on this. Um, and the bow tie, you'll see, will continue to build at this point. I like to move over to this one and do 1 times 4, but it's not actually 1 times 4 because that 1 is in the tens place. So it's actually 10 times 4, which is in the ones place. Keep the color coding going. And the 4 is blue. Okay. And then one more for our bow tie. You'll see that I've created a bow tie here, is the 1 times the 3. And just by creating that bow tie, it helps me to keep track of the work I've already done. Now we know it's not actually 1 times 3, that it's actually 10 times 30 because those digits are in the tens place. Kind of like to keep it all in line. Okay, so 10 times 30. That 10, the 1 was purple, and the 3 was red. So you can see that I have, you never just, and I see this as a mistake that's often done. Fourth graders sometimes will want to multiply these digits like 7 times 1 or 3 times 4, but you never multiply the digits that are part of the same number. And this is why this bow tie is really helpful for me to understand that and keep track of what I have multiplied by. So if you have 4 digits, you're going to have 4 numbers there, okay, or four multiplication problems. So 4 times 7 is 28. As we go to that multiplication chart if you need. Um, Here's the zeros trick that I like to do. Um, so that 0 that I like to put off there, right? 3 times 7, I know. And hold your questions for just a minute. Let me finish this up, please. 3 times 7 is 21, but I'm going to replace that 0. And I never say I'm going to add that 0 because you're not adding a 0. Any number plus 0 is the same number. So I'm replacing or placing the 0 at the end. Here I have 10 times 4. I know 4 times 1 is 4, and so I'm going to place or replace that 0 in the place value. And then 10 times 30, I know 3 times 1 is 3, and there's 1, 2 zeros there that I'm going to replace there. So I notice I've done a great job of aligning my place values that I'm going to add these um, products that I've come up with. Can everybody make sure they're on mute? I'm hearing some feedback and uh, some pushback on this. So I've made sure that all my ones are in a line, all my tens are in a line, and all my hundreds are in a line. So when I go to this, I can see, I like to start with the ones, of course. I see that there's only 8 ones, okay? And then I see there's 2, 3, plus 4 is 7. There's 7 tens. And then in the hundreds place, 3 plus 2 is 5. I now know that 34 times 17 is 538. So really you're just, hold on just a moment. Did I make a mistake at all?